At present in our service, we're supporting 262 women and they bring with them 399 children. We're also providing direct support to 34 children in the service. And those numbers change for us on a daily basis. We're receiving extremely high levels of referrals with limited budget with which to meet that demand. And in this financial year to date, we've received 1,096 referrals to our community support service alone. And we would expect that to increase by another 10 to 15 across the 3 remaining days of March. So for us, that's a 103% increase on the referral levels we were receiving in 2019-2020. We are doing our very best to get those women access to the services. We're triaging all our referrals and prioritising based on risk. And we continue to do that as much as is possible in a manner that is person-centred and trauma-responsive. But that does become more difficult as the demand outstrips our available resources. Like so many charities out there doing amazing work on the front lines, making real, tangible differences in the lives of the people they work with, we and they need increased, ring-fenced, secure investment from government to be able to meet the needs of our communities. Our 11-bed refuge is today full, as it is most days, and we have a waiting list of 22 women seeking that accommodation when it becomes available. Free spaces in refuge don't come easy in terms of safe move on to independent living, which is always our main aim. And we're always working with partner agencies and advocating for the women and children we support so we can make that happen. In terms of COVID having an impact on the number of referrals, we have seen that, although our numbers were increasing steadily prior to COVID. We know COVID didn't cause domestic abuse, but it did highlight it in a significant way, and it's likely that the public information coverage about abuse and the services available to victims and survivors, and the fact that abuse is not something that any person should have to live with. We think that that's one of the main drivers behind that increase. Regarding the main issues that are reported to us, it's still a broad brush. Everything from stalking and harassment, coercive control across the board, violence, threats to kill, strangulation, financial abuse, psychological abuse, really all the categories of domestic abuse. No one more stands out as prevalent than others, but more women are talking to us now about strangulation as a feature of their domestic abuse and stalking. Women are seeing the stalking as a key feature of that abuse both during and after the relationship. And devastatingly, the fact that 16 women have been murdered in Northern Ireland since March of 2020 by an intimate current or ex-partner or family member has brought into really sharp focus the reality that domestic abuse is life-threatening.
The figures from the PSNI for the calendar year of 2022 show that the ABC area, they responded to 3,608 incidents of domestic abuse, which led to 2,255 crimes. And while that's a significant number, we know it's only the tip of the iceberg, as so many victims of domestic abuse still do not report the abuse to the police. This level of incidence response is the second highest in Northern Ireland after Belfast. But one clear increase in the PSNI stats across NI is in the reporting of stalking and harassment. In terms of the help Women's Aid can provide, if a woman contacts us for help, she'll be able to speak with one of our support workers who will listen to her, talk with her about what she feels she needs at that time. We will base access to the service on risk levels, but we are striving to be able to provide the service the woman needs at the time she needs it. And sadly, that's not always possible today, although we will keep working until we can get to that point. If a woman's in need of safe accommodation, she can call our refuge and we will support her to access safe accommodation in our refuge if we have a free room. And if not, we'll work to get her and her children into safe accommodation elsewhere. The work we do is based on safety, support and hope. We've supported so many women and children in their journey to safety, and while the statistics and the funding can often appear bleak, we know that there is hope because we've witnessed it for families who've escaped abuse and are living hopeful, independent lives. We're also currently recruiting to help us build our team of women supporting women. So if anyone feels it's an opportunity that they would like to grab, please do go to our website at womensaid.armaghdown.org and check out our Join Us page for more details.